Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so honored to be with you today. Thank you for joining us. I believe it's no accident that you're here. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to invest in yourself, and I believe God has something special in store for you. I like to start with something a little light. Insert short, clean joke here. If you want, I can write one if you like. But today I want to encourage you with this simple truth. It's time to wake up to your full potential. There's incredible power inside of you. You weren't created to live average, defeated, or discouraged. You weren't designed just to get by or settle where you are. You were created with seeds of greatness. There's a calling on your life. There are dreams, talents, businesses, books, songs, ideas all placed inside you by the Creator of the universe. But too often we let fear, insecurity, or past mistakes lull us into a spiritual sleep. We believe the lies that say, I'm not good enough, I've made too many mistakes, I come from the wrong family, or I've missed my chance. No, today is your day to wake up. Today is your day to shake off the limitations. Today is your day to stir up what God placed inside you. You might have had some setbacks. You might have made mistakes, but that doesn't disqualify you, it prepares you. Your past doesn't cancel your purpose. Every experience, every disappointment, every closed door was getting you ready for where you're going. You have to start seeing yourself the right way, not as weak, not as stuck, not as broken, but as strong, as anointed, as chosen, as equipped. God put everything in you that you need to fulfill your destiny. You are stronger than you think. You are more powerful than you realize. When you wake up to your potential, you'll stop settling for good enough. You'll stop thinking small. You'll start dreaming bigger, praying bolder, reaching further. And you'll begin to walk in the fullness of the amazing life that's been waiting for you. So I declare today you're waking up to your purpose, waking up to your dreams, waking up to new levels, new favor, new opportunities. Your best days are not behind you. They are still out in front of you. If you receive it, can you say amen? When you look in the mirror, you may see flaws, weaknesses, and imperfections. You may see everything you are not. But when God looks at you, He sees greatness. He sees someone full of potential, packed with purpose, crowned with favor. Before you were ever formed in your mother's womb, the Creator of the universe put His hands on you and said, this one is destined for something amazing. You are not ordinary. You are not here by accident. You are a masterpiece, uniquely designed with gifts, talents, dreams, and a destiny that no one else can fulfill but you. You may not feel extraordinary. Life may have tried to beat you down. People may have told you that you're not good enough, not talented enough, not attractive enough. Maybe you've had disappointments. Maybe you've made mistakes. But none of that changes the truth. There is greatness inside you. The seeds of everything you need for success, for victory, for influence, for fulfillment, they are already in you. They were placed there on purpose for a purpose. The problem is many people never tap into the greatness inside of them because they allow circumstances to define them instead of allowing God to define them. They let what they see on the outside, how big the challenge is, how long it's been that way. What other people think convince them that they are less than, that they don't have what it takes. They let the struggles they face convince them that they're just average, just ordinary, just one more face in the crowd. But you need to know today, your value doesn't come from what you do, what you've been through, or what others think about you. Your value comes from who created you. You were formed by the hands of the Almighty Himself. He breathed His life into you. He crowned you with His favor. He equipped you with everything you would need to fulfill your destiny. You have greatness in your DNA. It's not something you have to earn. It's not something you have to strive for. It's something you were born with. Sometimes the greatness inside of us gets buried under layers of insecurity, fear, bad breaks, or wrong thinking. It doesn't mean it's not there, it just means it needs to be stirred up again. Just because you've gone through some tough seasons doesn't mean the greatness disappeared. Just because someone walked away from you, or you didn't get the promotion, or you made some mistakes doesn't mean the greatness was canceled. It's still inside you. It's waiting for you to believe again, to dream again, to step up and say, I am who God says I am. I have what God says I have. I can do what God says I can do. Maybe nobody ever told you this before, but let me tell you today, you are full of potential. You have hidden talents that you haven't discovered yet. You have ideas, creativity, leadership ability, strength, resilience, and wisdom that have not yet been fully tapped. There are new businesses inside you, new inventions, new ministries, new relationships, new levels of influence. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet. God has put more in you than you can imagine. But you have to make a decision. Will you stay asleep to the greatness inside you, or will you wake up and start living like the masterpiece you are? It's easy to settle where you are. It's easy to say, I've been through too much, or it's too late for me, or I don't have what they have. But don't you dare discount what God has put in you. Don't you dare bury the talents and dreams He gave you because of fear or comparison. What you have is enough. Who you are is enough. You have everything you need for this journey. When you start seeing yourself the right way, not through the lens of your past, not through the lens of your mistakes, not through the lens of your limitations, but through the lens of God's greatness, you'll pray me. Begin to walk differently. You'll pray differently. You'll show up differently. You won't shrink back when opportunities come your way. You'll step up with confidence, knowing that greater is He who is in you than anything that comes against you. It doesn't mean it will always be easy. Greatness doesn't exempt you from challenges. It equips you to overcome them. Greatness doesn't mean you'll never feel fear. It means you'll move forward even when you're afraid. Greatness doesn't mean everything will happen overnight. It means you have the endurance to stay the course even when you don't see immediate results. David was just a shepherd boy out in the fields when God called him to be king. Everyone else overlooked him, but God saw greatness. Joseph was sold into slavery by his brothers and falsely imprisoned, but the greatness inside him couldn't be stopped. Esther was an orphan girl, but she had greatness inside her that positioned her to save a nation. Gideon said, I'm the least in my family, but God said, you are a mighty hero. What about you? Maybe you feel overlooked, underestimated, or stuck. Maybe life hasn't turned out the way you thought it would. But that doesn't change what God put inside you. Your background doesn't limit your potential. Your mistakes don't disqualify your calling. Your current circumstances don't define your future. The greatness is still there. The calling is still there. The favor is still there. The anointing is still there. You have to stir it up. You have to believe again. You have to get up every morning and remind yourself, I am created for greatness. I am equipped, empowered, and anointed for this moment. I am not who others say I am. I am not what the circumstances look like. I am who God says I am. When you wake up to the greatness inside you, you'll stop playing small. You'll stop living defeated. You'll stop letting fear, insecurity, and discouragement control you. Instead, you'll rise up in strength. You'll chase the dreams God put in your heart. You'll pursue obstacles. You'll take risks. You'll walk in favor. And you'll fulfill the incredible destiny that's been waiting for you. It's not too late. You haven't missed your moment. You are right on schedule. Everything you've been through, the good, the bad, and the ugly, was preparing you for what's next. God has been working behind the scenes, shaping you, molding you, getting you ready to shine. There are books inside you that need to be written. There are businesses inside you that need to be launched. There are songs inside you that need to be sung. There are ideas inside you that need to be brought to life. There are people whose lives you are meant to touch. There are doors waiting to open for you, breakthrough waiting to happen for you, miracles waiting to be released through you. But it all starts when you recognize the treasure you carry. It all starts when you wake up to the greatness that's already been placed inside you. Not someday, not when things get easier, not when you feel more qualified. Right now, right where you are. Don't live another day underestimating yourself. Don't go through another season acting like you're ordinary. You are royalty. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are filled with greatness. And today is the day to wake up to it, to step into the life you were always meant to live. If you'll believe it, if you'll act like it, if you'll start speaking and walking it out, you're going to see God do things in your life that you never dreamed possible. You're going to go places you never imagined. You're going to reach heights you never thought you could reach. Because the same greatness that created the universe is living inside you. And it's time to wake it up. There comes a time in every person's life when they have to look in the mirror and make a decision. Am I living at the level I was created for, or have I allowed myself to settle for less? The truth is, too many people today are not living anywhere near their full potential. They've gotten comfortable in mediocrity. They've accepted the labels others have put on them. They've let circumstances, failures, or even just the passage of time convince them that this is all there is. They stop reaching, stop believing, stop striving for the greatness that's inside of them. Maybe at one point you had big dreams. You were excited about your future. You knew you were meant for something more. But along the way, setbacks came. People disappointed you. Things didn't happen as quickly as you hoped. And somewhere deep inside, you lowered your expectations. You started thinking, maybe this is just how my life is supposed to be. Maybe I should just be grateful for what I have, even if it's not what I dreamed of. Now, don't misunderstand, there's power in being content. Contentment is a beautiful thing, but settling is something completely different. Settling says this is good enough, even though I know there's more inside me. Settling says I'll stay here because it's safe, even though I feel called to go higher. Settling is when you stop pushing yourself to grow, when you stop stepping out in faith, when you stop stretching beyond what's comfortable and easy. You were never created to settle. You were created to soar. You were made to take new ground, to go further those who came before you, to make an impact, to live with passion, to leave a legacy. There is more inside you. There is untapped potential, unclaimed dreams, unfulfilled callings. And it's time to stop settling for anything less than what you were designed for. Sometimes we settle because we're afraid to fail, afraid to look foolish, afraid to get our hopes up and be disappointed again. But can I tell you something? You are not doing yourself, your family, your community, or your God any favors by playing small. Playing it safe is not your destiny. Living a life of mediocrity is not your calling. You were made for greatness, and greatness requires you to take risks. Greatness requires you to step out when it's uncomfortable. Greatness requires you to push past fear and press toward the mark. Other times we settle because we don't realize how much more is available to us. We look at our situation and think, well, this is just how life is. Everyone in my family struggles financially. Everyone I know has broken relationships. Everyone I grew up with has given up on their dreams. Why should I be any different? But you have to understand, you are not everyone else. You are set apart. You are chosen. Just because nobody in your family ever went to college doesn't mean you can't be the first. Just because everyone around you is stuck doesn't mean you have to stay stuck. Just because people in your past couldn't see your value doesn't mean God hasn't placed immeasurable value inside you. You have to raise your standards. You have to believe that you were meant for more. You have to see yourself not through the lens of your current circumstances, but through the lens of your calling. You have to shake off complacency, shake off discouragement, shake off small thinking. It's time to dream again. It's time to believe again. It's time to stretch, to grow, to reach for the fullness of what's been placed inside you. If you're breathing, God's not finished with you. If you're alive, your greatest days are still in front of you. Don't let the comfort of today rob you of the promise of tomorrow. Don't let a few setbacks convince you to settle for a life that's less than what you're capable of living. Think about an eagle. It wasn't created to walk around on the ground like a chicken. It wasn't created to hop from place to place. It was created to soar high above the storms, to ride the wind currents, to see for miles. But if an eagle never flaps its wings, if it never leaves the safety of the nest, it will never experience the heights it was born to reach. And the same is true for you. You were made to soar, but you have to be willing to leave what's comfortable. You have to be willing to flap your wings. You have to be willing to risk flying. The danger of settling is that over time, you forget what you're capable of. If you stay in a job that doesn't challenge you, you stop growing. If you stay in relationships that drain you, you stop believing for something better. If you stay in environments that don't stretch your faith, you lose your fire. Before you know it, you're living a life that's a fraction of what it could be, not because you weren't capable, but because you chose to settle. But here's the good news: you can choose differently. You can make a decision today that you're not going to settle anymore. You're not going to live another year, another month, another day beneath your potential. You're going to stir up the dreams that had gotten buried. You're going to dust off the gifts that had gotten neglected. You're going to reignite the passion that's been growing cold. You're going to chase after the life you know you were meant to live. It's not going to be easy. Stretching hurts. Growth is uncomfortable. Stepping into new levels influence new opportunities, new relationships that will challenge you. It will stretch your faith. It will make you confront fears you didn't even know you had. But it will also awaken something inside you forgot was there: the boldness, the courage, the determination, the greatness. You have a responsibility to the gifts you've been given. You have a responsibility to the calling on your life. You have a responsibility to the people you're meant to impact. You're not just settling for less when you settle, you're withholding the blessing, the inspiration, the change that your life was meant to bring to others. Every dream you have was put there for a reason. Every talent you possess was entrusted to you for a purpose. Every idea, every spark of creativity, every vision for something better, they are all whispers of your destiny, calling you higher, reminding you that there is more. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let failure define you. Don't let complacency trap you. Don't let the voices of doubt drown out the voice of destiny calling your name. You are capable of more. You are called to more. You are destined for more. And it's time to stop settling. It's time to rise up. It's time to stretch your faith, stretch your vision, stretch your wings and fly. The same God who put the dream in your heart is the God who will empower you to see it come to pass. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is living inside you. There is nothing you cannot do when you stop settling for less and start pressing toward your full potential. So make the decision today. Set your sights higher. Dream bigger dreams. Take bolder steps. Refuse to live an average life when an abundant life has been promised to you. Refuse to accept defeat when victory has already been declared over you. Stop settling for less than you're capable of and start living the extraordinary life you were created for. One of the biggest lies people believe is that greatness is reserved for someone else, for the person who grew up in a better family, who had more opportunities, who seems to have more talent, who never faced the obstacles you faced. But the truth is, everything you need to fulfill your destiny has already been placed inside you. You are fully equipped for greatness. You weren't created lacking. You weren't designed with defects. You weren't sent into this world missing key ingredients. Before you were ever formed in your mother's womb, your Creator planted within you gifts, talents, dreams, ideas, passions, and the strength you would need to overcome every challenge you would face. You are not at a disadvantage. You are not lacking. You are not behind. You are equipped. Maybe you don't feel like it today. Maybe you've been through some hard seasons that made you doubt what you're capable of. Maybe life tried to beat the greatness out of you. Maybe people spoke words over you that made you think you're not enough, you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough, you're not worthy. But feelings are not facts. Circumstances are not your identity. Opinions are not your destiny. What matters is what's been placed inside you. And inside you is everything you need to rise higher, to overcome obstacles, to achieve your dreams, to fulfill your calling, to live the life you were created for. You are equipped. An eagle doesn't need someone to teach it how to fly. The ability is already inside. It just needs the right environment to activate what's already there. It just needs a little stirring, a little nudging out of the nest, and soon it discovers what it was born to do. And the same is true for you. You don't need someone to give you greatness. You don't need someone to hand you purpose. You don't need someone to inject you with value. It's already there. You just need to recognize it. You just need to stir it up. You just need to start stepping out on what's already been placed inside you. Think about David in the Bible. When he faced Goliath, he didn't have the experience of a seasoned warrior. He wasn't trained in battle. He wasn't wearing fancy armor. In fact, Saul tried to give David his armor, but it didn't fit. David said, I can't wear this. I haven't tested it. Instead, David picked up what he knew, 5 smooth stones and a sling. It wasn't the external armor that equipped David for greatness. It was what was inside of him, his faith, his courage, his obedience, his heart for God. And it's the same with you. It's not the external things that make you great, the degrees, the money, the connections. Those things are fine, but true greatness comes from what's inside. You've already been equipped with faith. You've been equipped with strength. You've been equipped with creativity. You've been equipped with wisdom. The question is not, do you have what it takes? The question is, are you willing to use what you've been given? So many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect time, the perfect situation, the perfect feeling, the perfect opportunity. But the truth is, perfection will never come. You have to start where you are, with what you have, trusting that what's inside you is enough. You might look at yourself and think, I don't have much. But it's not about how much you have. It's about how much you're willing to use. When the widow came to the prophet Elisha desperate for help, he didn't give her a handout. He asked her, what do you have in your house? She said, nothing except a small jar of oil. That little jar of oil was all she needed. As she poured it out, miracle after miracle took place. And in your life, it's the same. You might feel like you have just a little faith, just a little strength, just a little ability. But when you start using what you have, it multiplies. It grows. It creates momentum. It opens doors. You are equipped for greatness. But greatness doesn't show up all at once. It grows as you take steps of faith. It develops as you stretch yourself. It gets stronger as you stay faithful with the little thing. Maybe right now you're facing challenges you don't understand. You're walking through seasons that feel overwhelming. You're dealing with situations that look too big for you. But remember this. If you're facing it, it means you're equipped to handle it. You wouldn't be in that situation if you didn't already have inside you what it takes to overcome. You're not alone. You're not abandoned. You're not powerless. You are equipped. When God gives you a dream, He also gives you the ability to fulfill it. When He calls you to a new level, He equips you with the grace to handle the weight. When He opens a new door, He gives you the wisdom to walk through it. Your part is to believe it. Your part is to recognize it. Your part is to walk in it. There's greatness inside you, but if you don't recognize it, you'll live far below your potential. You'll keep thinking, I'm not ready, when in fact you are ready. You'll keep waiting for someone to validate you when God has already validated you. You'll keep trying to qualify yourself when you've already been qualified. You have to change the way you see yourself. You have to see yourself as equipped, capable, ready, chosen, empowered. Not someday, today, right now. You have what it takes. If you only see yourself as average, you'll live an average life. If you only see yourself as lacking, you'll settle for less. If you only see yourself as weak, you'll never step into strength. But if you see yourself the way your Creator sees you, strong, capable, anointed, equipped, you'll rise up and start living differently. You'll step out in faith. You'll pursue bigger dreams. You'll overcome bigger obstacles. You'll leave a bigger impact. Don't let what you don't have talk you out of using what you do have. Don't let your past disqualify your future. Don't let fear rob you of your calling. Recognize that you are already equipped. You have ideas inside you that can change lives. You have gifts inside you that can open doors. You have strength inside you that can carry you through any storm. It's not about being perfect. It's about being willing. It's about being faithful. It's about stepping out in confidence, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. You have seeds of greatness inside you. Now it's time to activate them. It's time to walk like you're equipped. It's time to talk like you're equipped. It's time to dream like you're equipped. It's time to live like you're equipped. You are not lacking. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are equipped. And when you recognize that truth, when you start living with that mindset, with that confidence, with that faith, there is nothing that can stop you from stepping into your full potential. You are equipped for greatness, and greatness is calling your name. One of the greatest battles you will ever fight is not against outside forces, not against circumstances or opposition. It's the battle within your own mind. It's the battle against self-doubt. It's the battle against fear. Every great destiny will require you to conquer those inner giants. Every dream you want to achieve, every new level you want to step into, demand that you silence the voice of insecurity, push through the fog of uncertainty, and rise above the weight of fear. You cannot walk into your full potential if you are chained to self-doubt. You cannot reach the heights you were born for if you are paralyzed by fear. Self-doubt whispers, you're not good enough. You don't have what it takes. Who do you think you are to even try? Fear shouts, what if you fail? What if you lose everything? What if you get hurt? What if you're embarrassed? If you listen to those voices long enough, they will talk you out of your destiny. If you entertain those lies, they will keep you stuck where you are, living far beneath your potential, settling for a life that was never meant to contain you. You were not created to live in fear. You were not designed to carry the weight of self-doubt. You were created to live bold. You were designed to walk in confidence. You were shaped for courage, not timidity. Understand this: fear is a liar. Self-doubt is a thief. They are sent to steal your dreams, to rob your confidence, to delay your destiny. And the only way to defeat them is to confront them head on. You cannot wait for the fear to go away before you move forward. You cannot wait for every doubt to be silenced before you act. You have to move forward even when you feel afraid. You have to step out even when you feel uncertain. You have to speak up even when your voice trembles. You have to take the leap even when you're not sure how it will turn out. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing it afraid. Every person who has ever accomplished anything significant has had to overcome fear. Every dream chaser, every pioneer, every history maker had to push past moments when they didn't feel ready, when they questioned themselves, when they wondered if they would fail. The difference is they didn't let the fear win. They didn't let the self-doubt have the final say. Think about Moses. When God called him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses didn't feel qualified. He said, "Who am I to do this? I'm not a good speaker. What if they don't listen to me?" He had self-doubt. He had fear. But God didn't look at Moses and say, "You're right, I must have picked the wrong person." No, God reminded Moses that it wasn't about his own strength. It was about the power backing him up. And it's the same for you. It's not about your perfection, it's about your willingness. It's about your trust. You are not doing this alone. You are backed by purpose, by grace, by strength beyond your own. Self-doubt says you're not enough. Purpose says I have equipped you. Fear says you're going to fail. Faith says even if you stumble, you will rise again. You have to decide whose voice you're going to believe. You have to decide which report you're going to live by, the report of fear or the report of faith. You are bigger than your fears. You are stronger than your doubts. You are more capable than you realize. When fear tells you to stay comfortable, when self-doubt tells you to play it safe, you have to push back. Comfort zones might feel safe, but they are the enemy of growth. You cannot grow and stay comfortable at the same time. You cannot expand and cling to the familiar. Every time you step out in faith, every time you take a risk, every time you dare to believe bigger, you are training yourself to live free from fear. You are building the muscles of courage. You are rewiring your mind for victory. It's okay to have moments of fear, but don't let fear have you. It's okay to feel self-doubt, but don't let doubt be the driver of your life. Talk back to fear. Talk back to self-doubt. When fear says you'll never make it, answer back, I'm equipped for this. When self-doubt says you're not qualified, answer back, I am called and chosen. When fear says it's too risky, answer back, my destiny is worth the risk. You have to learn how to encourage yourself. You have to learn how to be your own biggest supporter, not your own worst enemy. You have to speak words of life over your dreams, words of faith over your future. Sometimes we think courage means we have to feel invincible, unstoppable, fearless. But real courage looks a lot more like trembling hands reaching out anyway. It looks like shaky legs taking one step at a time. It looks like a heart pounding with fear, but a spirit burning with determination. Don't let fear make you forfeit your future. Don't let self-doubt make you settle for less. You have dreams inside you that are bigger than your fears. You have a calling that is stronger than your doubts. The more you move forward in spite of fear, the smaller fear becomes. The more you act in faith, the quieter the doubts become. The more you trust the strength inside you, the more confident you become. One of the enemy's greatest tactics is to convince you that you have to have it all figured out before you can begin. But you don't have to see the whole staircase, you just have to take the next step. Courage is built one step at a time. Confidence is built one choice at a time. Every time you choose faith over fear, you are becoming stronger. Every time you choose boldness over self-doubt, you are becoming braver. Every time you choose action over hesitation, you are becoming unstoppable. You were born for more than a life of playing it safe. You were created for more than living beneath your potential. There is a lion inside you. There is fire inside you. There is greatness inside you. It's time to stop waiting for the fear to go away. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment. It's time to start moving forward, shaky hands and all. It's time to start living with boldness, even if your heart pounds a little faster. You are capable. You are strong. You are ready to overcome the fear, silence the self-doubt. Walk boldly into the life you were created to live. Your future is too important. Your calling is too great. Your life is too valuable. Overcome self-doubt and fear because your destiny is calling. And it's waiting for the boldest, bravest version of you to show up. Today, I believe something is stirring inside you. Today, I believe something is waking up a new fire, a fresh passion, a deeper determination. You weren't created to drift through life. You weren't designed to stay stuck in fear, to live burdened by self-doubt, to settle for good enough when greatness is inside you. There is a dream with your name on it. There is a calling with your fingerprints all over it. There are lives you're meant to impact, a difference you're meant to make, a legacy you're destined to leave. But it all starts with a decision to wake up, a decision to rise up, a decision to shake off the limits, push past the excuses, silence the fears, and step boldly into everything you were born to be. No more shrinking back. No more letting your history define your destiny. No more believing the lies that say you're not enough, that it's too late, that you've missed your moment. Your best days are still in front of you. Your greatest victories haven't even happened yet. Your most significant impact is still unfolding, but you have to wake up to it. You have to believe again. You have to dream again. You have to trust again. Even if the path seems unclear. Even if the mountain looks high. Even if you feel unqualified. Know this, what's in front of you is far greater than anything behind you. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you realize. You are more anointed, more favored, more chosen than you've dared to believe. It's time to stretch. It's time to grow. It's time to move forward with boldness, with confidence, with expectation. You were made for this moment. You were prepared for this season. You were built for this battle. Wake up to your full potential. Wake up to the greatness inside you. Wake up to the destiny that's been waiting for you to rise. Because when you do, the world won't stay the same. Your family won't stay the same. Your future won't stay the same. When you wake up to your full potential, you don't just change your life, you start a ripple effect that touches generations after you. So step into it. Embrace it. Own it. The world is waiting for the full, powerful, unstoppable version of you. Now is your time. Today is your day. Wake up and step into the extraordinary life you were created for.